Guys, come closer. Let's have a chat. You know that there have been a lot of changes in immigration rules in the past 2 years. First of all, they stopped master's students from bringing their dependents into the UK. They only allowed people who want to pursue a master's of research or a PhD, and they stopped overseas care workers from coming into the UK from the 22nd of July 2025. Now, some of the changes in immigration rules that the government have implemented has led to this reduction in net migration. But you would ask, what is the side effects on the UK? What are the things that have been happening in the UK that would make you think, oh, is this a good idea or is it a bad idea? You know, one thing about some of these changes in laws is that it might have a good side and also a bad side. And I've been seeing a lot of headlines. Please, if you can go on Google and check out the BBC, ITV, Sky News, you will see some top changes that have happened, some of the things that have been reflected as headlines, and you'll be like, okay, what are the consequences of some of the things that they have stated? I'm going to share with you something that the Home Office has published. Is an impact assessment of some of these things. We have to analyze some of these things. That is why I always tell you that if you want to come to the UK to study, or you want to apply for a graduate visa, skilled worker visa, innovator founder visa, whatever type of visa you want to go into, it's very important for you to back everything you have with the right information so that you can make an informed decision. So I'm going to share with you some of the top headlines I've seen, and it will prepare you for what is to come. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, or studying in the UK. If you're interested in any of this, please subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you'll be amongst the first people to see that video. If you're looking for an affordable accommodation close to your university, bills inclusive, then you should choose Amber. They have a 24/7 contact number. You can call them if you have any queries. You know how difficult it is to get an accommodation when you relocate to a new country. Just let them take that stress off you. Choose Amber today. They are located in cities in the UK such as London, Manchester, Leicester, Nottingham, Coventry, Newcastle upon Tyne, Leeds, Sheffield. This is how easy it is to use their website. So under the search bar, put in Birmingham. Let's just say we are looking for an accommodation close to Birmingham. Click on England, United Kingdom, 54 places, guys, and look at the prices. You can't beat these prices. Seriously, you should try this. Their website is so easy to navigate, and they offer instant and easy bookings. It takes just 3 steps for you to get the lowest prices guaranteed. They give 20% cashback if you use their app. They have £50 cashback if you refer a friend. Now use my link to enjoy other discounts related to this particular platform. Why not use Amber today? I will leave the link in the description as well as in the comments. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. So let's talk about the impact of all these changes in immigration rules. The fact that they stopped master students from bringing their dependents, the fact that they have stopped overseas workers from coming into the UK. I'm talking about care workers from coming into the UK from 22nd of July 2025. They stopped that, and they increased the minimum salary threshold to 41,700. Please note that you have to check the statement of changes in immigration rules to know the exact amount that your occupation has to, pay you per year, because the 41,700 is not the same amount for every single occupation. There are some occupations that you have to pay £52,000 as salary. They have to pay you that amount, and there are some that you have to be paid something less, 25,000, for those people who are pursuing a care worker visa as a senior care worker, or maybe the nursing auxiliaries and assistants. They pay less. So always check the statement of changes in immigration rules. Another thing that has affected all these things is the fact that they removed 112 occupations from the list, the skilled worker visa list. We have only 4 lists now. We know that people under the transportation sector have been complaining. I'm talking about employers. Even the mayor of London complained that there are some people who need to extend their skilled worker visa and would not be able to do so. They are going to lose a lot of staff. In fact, you will see the headlines, you will see some protests out there on the street, as many people are complaining that they cannot extend their visas because of the increase in the minimum salary threshold. These employers cannot employ more people. I released a video when I showed you that some farmers are complaining that, hey, they can't even employ more people, and some of their staff, they cannot maintain them, and people do not want to do that job. British people or people who have ILR do not want to do that job. Somebody asked me, is chef available? I told them, see, that was one occupation that helped people from India, Nepal. They could easily get a visa sponsorship under that code, but it seems like is being asked from the list. So that's why you need to look through that list. Now, one of the major impact I have noticed is that the universities in the UK universities have removed 4,000 courses. They've been asked from the list since 2024. Do you know what it means? 4,000 courses have been removed, and these universities have stated different reasons for removing those 4,000 courses. Some people say that the demand was not high. Some people say that they noticed that people were not really applying for it, and most of those people who need it are foreign students. So when you think about the fact that the revenue is going down and universities are asking all these courses, it means that you have to be very wise when you sell all you have to come into the UK to study. Now, I will have to state this clearly here. When you are going to come abroad to study, you take it as an investment. And when you decide that this is an investment, you have to be wise when you are choosing some courses. It says here that Labour's immigration crackdown could cost the UK £4.4 billion, Home Office own assessment admits. So Keir Starmer's plan to reduce net migration by making it harder for international students to stay in the UK will have a drastic impact on the economy, government assessment finds out. It says here that according to the Home Office impact assessment, between 11,000 and 15,000 students per year will not come to the UK due to the visa changes, and this will cost the Home Office £4.4 billion. That is likely to happen in the next 5 years. Less people are applying to come into the UK to study, so it's affecting the Home Office. I've read somewhere that they said the Home Office has like 800% profit. Yes, you know that some people submit an application for a visa, and when they get that visa denial, there is no refund. And some people still have to submit applications for, skilled worker visa, global talent visa, ILR, that is crazy, and some other occupations that require IHS fees. Now, when you look at everything that has happened, the fact that UK universities have asked 4,000 courses, some of these universities are closing down some campuses, some of them are closing down some departments. Yes, it makes you wonder, is pursuing a study in the UK worth it? When you look at the fact that they've removed 112 occupation codes, and they're going to increase the immigration skills charge for employers towards the end of this year. They have not announced when it's going to take place, but they said they are going to increase it by 32%. Then you might be wondering, is studying in the UK worth it? Please share your thoughts. What do you think about what is happening? Do you think you would advise somebody to come into the UK to study? Is it worth it? Is it really, really worth it at all? What are the steps you would encourage someone who wants to study in the UK? What are the steps they should take to make sure they don't fall victim? Because if you look at what is happening right now, a lot of people are lamenting online. They are begging, oh my goodness, I have been made redundant. My company's license has been revoked. I am no longer able to work. My employer promised to extend my visa, but right now they have changed their mind. They are telling me they cannot extend my visa. I need 2 more years to be eligible for ILR. What can I do? I need to go home. You know, there are just a lot of noise. I won't say noise. These are real issues that people are going through. That people are crying at night, worried. What can I do to move forward with my life? It's really, really challenging. You just feel so much for people. So what would you advise someone who wants to come into the UK to do if the person wants to study in the UK? In my opinion, I would say you should choose courses that are under the health and care visa route, but or will I say you earn more? Licensed courses, the ones that are in high demand. And also choose courses that are maybe under the skilled worker visa, but you are going to you're going to be leveraging your experience and your skills, so that once you come in and you pursue that master's, you can pick up a job 20 hours a week under your area of specialization. That's what I would say, to gain UK experience. And remember that the graduate visa routes will be reduced. They want to reduce it to 18 months, from 2 years to 18 months. It might be sufficient time to switch visa, but the way I'm seeing things happening in the UK, I don't know. I feel if you want to come into the UK, you have to be very, very wise about it, because things have really, really changed. The way politicians are discussing about making national insurance as a requirement, that's contribution to national insurance as a requirement before you get ILR. Now, them saying that they have not said the amount that you should earn before you knock off a year or two or get ILR in less than 10 years. They have not said anything, but we are waiting for that public consultation, at which we would now be sure of what to do. Remember that when you come into the UK, you are donating your youth. You are bringing your youth in. Your period of not falling ill all the time, you know, your period of, you know, growing, maybe taking care of your children, living life to the best of your ability. You are bringing your youth. So be very, very conscious of what you decide to do if you decide to come into the UK. That's all I'm saying. There are other pathways that are shorter, like the Global Talent Visa and Innovator Founder Visa. You can explore them. And some people are also saying something online. They're saying that you have to prepare your backup, your plan B, C, D, E right now. And for plan B, some people said you should have a company, create a company that you can get self-sponsorship and prepare ahead of time. Now, have a written agreement with your employer, apart from that verbal agreement, a written agreement, so that if they decide to go back on their words, you will remind them, you have a written agreement with me that you're going to extend my visa. Another thing people are saying is that you should submit as many applications as possible, even before it's 6 months till the end of your visa, because these people can disappoint you. Another thing people are also saying is that, hey, further leave to remain is an option. Discuss this with an immigration lawyer. It has saved a lot of people. Some people use fee waiver to buy time before they can switch. Just look for the proper way, the legal means at which you can use to switch, to explore it. I know that this is a difficult time for many families. I'm praying for you guys that things work out, but please share your experiences. What would you advise somebody who wants to come into the UK to study? Which courses do you think will be suitable for them, so that they don't fall victim of a system that they cannot get out and they cannot stay in? Something like that is going to be a bad situation, because you've sold all you have. See, we all have to be wise. This is 2025 and we're going into 2026. We have to plan accordingly and just remove your emotions from the courses you want to study. Don't pursue a course because, oh, I love it, I love how it is. Do people actually want it? That's something you need to ask yourself. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
Africa's rich history is filled with stories of powerful kings and queens, like Queen Amina of Zazzau, the fearless warrior queen, King Mansa Musa of Mali, the wise and just ruler, Queen Nzinga of Angola, King Shaka Zulu, and many other notable African rulers. Join us on a journey through the lives of Africa's most legendary kings and queens. In African Kings and Queens, discover the fascinating stories of these iconic leaders. Get your copy now on Amazon Kindle. Grab your copy now.